The eternal struggle of Sisyphus. Dear seekers of ancient wisdom, gather round. Today, we delve into the enigma that is Sisyphus, a name that reverberates through the corridors of time, echoing defiance, absurdity, and the very essence of our human existence. Once upon a time, in the ancient city of Ephyra, now known as Corinth, there ruled a devious and power-hungry king named Sisyphus. His cunning nature knew no bounds, and he reveled in flaunting his might. Visitors who crossed his path were met with treachery, for Sisyphus took pleasure in killing them to display his dominance. But the gods, guardians of sacred hospitality, frowned upon such cruelty. Their wrath descended upon Sisyphus, and they devised a punishment that would echo through eternity. They condemned him to an unending task, one that embodied both futility and suffering. In the depths of the underworld, Sisyphus found himself at the base of a steep hill. Before him lay an immense boulder, heavy and unyielding. His task, to roll this colossal rock to the summit. But as soon as he got near the top, the boulder slipped from his grasp, tumbling back down to its starting point. The cycle repeated endlessly, a cruel jest orchestrated by the gods. Sisyphus strained against the weight, sweat pouring down his brow. His muscles screamed, and his breath came in ragged gasps. But each time he thought victory was within reach, the boulder betrayed him, mocking his efforts. The gods had woven his fate, an eternal struggle, a futile labor. And so, Sisyphus persisted. His determination never wavered, even as despair gnawed at his soul. He wondered why he had been singled out for this torment. Was it his defiance, his cunning, or perhaps the gods simply reveled in his suffering? Sisyphus was the son of Iollas, an ancestor of the Iolians, and the father of Glaucus. He organized the Isthmian Games, a festival of athletic and musical competitions in honor of Poseidon, the god of the sea. But his real fame came from another story. When death came for him, Sisyphus managed to tie her up, so that no one would die. Finally, Ares helped death, and Sisyphus had to surrender. Before his death, he forbade his wife Merope to perform the usual sacrifices and leave his body unburied. Thus, when he entered the underworld, he was allowed to return to punish her for this. Back home, Sisyphus continued to live to an advanced age, before dying a second time, and rolling the stone forever. As the ages passed, the tale of Sisyphus became a cautionary one. His name echoed through the corridors of time, a symbol of ceaseless toil, and the absurdity of existence. Tasks that were both laborious and futile were described as Sisyphean, a tribute to the king, who defied death and paid the price. And so, in the shadowed realm of the underworld, Sisyphus pushed the boulder once more. His muscles strained, his resolve unyielding. For even in the face of eternity, he clung to hope, a hope that perhaps, one day, the boulder would remain atop the hill, and he would break free from his endless cycle. Musings on mortal strivings. My friends, as we ponder Sisyphus, let us reflect. Are we not all Sisyphus? Do we not push our own boulders, ambitions, dreams, and the weight of existence? Our victories fleeting, our defeats inevitable, yet, in that struggle lies our humanity. So, raise your eyes to the hill, my fellow seekers. Witness Sisyphus, eternally bound, eternally defiant. And remember, life's absurdity is our canvas, and our defiance, our masterpiece. But until then, Sisyphus rolled, and the gods watched, amused by the irony of their creation.